especially when they're talking about the team, the dream team is supposed to win, and I always think back, well, we were supposed to win too, but we lost.
If we had to do it all over again, I think it'd be a different story, but it was tough losing that game.
Because we can just know what we know now and play that game over again.
4 years later, little doubt about a gold medal for the American basketballers, the Dream Team. Taking final warm-ups, we'll check in with Marv and Mike after this. Jim, give me a Bud Light.
We're all out.
When it comes to clean, fresh taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, Bud Light delivers.
You can have a great beef dinner in no time at all. Well, almost no time at all. Beef. It's what's for dinner.
Kodak changes the shape of picture taking. The Kodak Fun Saver Panoramic 35 camera. Beautiful panoramic prints. 3.5 by 10 inches long. The affordable Fun Saver Panoramic 35 camera. Preloaded with Kodak film, ready to shoot. Get one and get all the fun on film.
I teach archery, so I always have to hit my target. Thanks to the always-on-target Hearts 2-in-1 team, ridding Bo of fleas and ticks is easy and just as accurate. First, use Hearts 2-in-1 Rid Flea Shampoo. It kills fleas and ticks, leaving him really clean. Then a Hearts 2-in-1 collar for up to 5 months of long-lasting protection. The Hearts team, 2-in-1 Rid Flea Shampoo and the 2-in-1 collar. Targets and kills your pet's fleas and ticks. They really work. Hearts, everything good for your pet.
The Angolan basketball team, a man named Victorino Cunha, has been candid enough to say, our goal is to lose by, about 40 points. For the record, the largest point differential in a U.S. Olympic victory, the 1956 team, led by Bill Russell and K.C. Jones, beat Thailand by 72, 101-29, but that's not the Olympic record. Iraq lost 2 games in 1948 by exactly 100. They were beaten by 100 points by both Korea and China in 1948. Now, what's on the minds of the Dream Teamers as they prepare for Angola? Well, we got a sampling of opinions.
It's an unknown situation. I don't think anybody's seen Angola, don't know much about them. So naturally, initially, you're going to be a little bit competitive. But once we get the feel of the game and if we feel like we're dominant over that team, then yeah, you're going to lose some interest of it.
We realize they're not as good, I guess, as a lot of teams we play, but those are the kind of games that scare you because you think you can come out and just do whatever you want to. And I think our main thing is not to turn it into an all-star game.
They in trouble. They in serious trouble.
And there you have it, Jordan and Malone trying to rationalize, trying to be diplomatic, and the quote machine, Charles Barkley, hitting the nail on the head. They are in trouble, and who is to doubt Sir Charles? We're in trouble if we don't get in a few commercials. Got to do it, but when we come back, it's the tip-off, the Dream Team in action.
It was like some kind of bad dream. By the time Dad was finished, I was scared to death of buying a car. I've done this 6 times, you guys. I know how these people operate. It would be obvious this was my first time, but it had to be done. The SS Rosie was sinking fast. So while everyone else was spending money, I made some. And when Dad announced he was coming along, I didn't stop him, as if I could have. After a few of those places, I was beginning to think Dad really knew what he was talking about. Scary, huh? Then I had this idea. Going in, Dad says, now don't act too interested. But when I drove the Saturn, that was it. He was supposed to do the talking. But there were no hassles, even over the price. So I bought one. Dad goes, well, it's a good thing you had me along. The thing about Dad is, he likes to feel useful, and that's cool.
With wrinkled brows, the old hands singing, deep sorrow, great joy. What does it mean? The touch, the feel, the fabric of our lives. The touch, the feel of cotton, the fabric of our lives.
We tested in laboratories. We tested on the asphalt, in the parks, and on the road. We tested when it's 102 and there is no shade. And we found that nothing replaces fluids and minerals and quenches a thirst better than Gatorade. It's been proven again and again. But just to keep us on our toes, we tested over and over again in the highest court in the land.
They've subsided now, but just a moment ago, the American team was all lined up in formation near the free throw line, and the flashballs were popping like crazy all around the 12,500-seat arena as the fans here tried to get a group picture of the American squad. Michael Jordan and the rest. Their final layup drill, I guess you call it, but it's going to be a dunk-a-thon for sure. Let's go out to our commentators, Marv Albert and Mike Fratello. Marvelous. How do you see this one, need I ask?
Well, Bob, this actually may be the biggest mismatch of the entire Olympics, and I'm talking from archery to taekwondo. In every category, Mike, be it skill level or physical differential, the U.S. in effect is playing a different game.
Well, first of all, this Angolan team has come a long way in the last few years, most recently by winning the African Championship and qualifying for their first ever Olympic Games. But today they're playing up against the greatest collection of basketball players ever. If you just take one area as an example, the size differential between these two teams, Angola averages 6 feet 3 inches, the USA team 6 feet 8 inches tall. The point guard spot, Magic Johnson 6'9", Sousa 6 feet even.
And that's only one of the many problems that they will face. One other side note, Angola coach Victorino Cunha made a statement the other day indicating a lack of respect for the defensive prowess of NBA players, a statement that could come back to haunt him.
Well, Coach Cunha said he actually likes collegiate basketball better in the USA. He feels that there is a lack of defense in the NBA. The effort is not given at the defensive end on a regular basis, but today he'll see a number of defensive weapons, from block shots to deflections to steals in the passing lanes, and then tremendous ball pressure by this USA squad, which in turn will lead to a number of easy scores.
And there is Victorio Cunha, man who taught himself the game by studying coaching textbooks, also spent 1 year at St. John's, observing Lou Carnesecca. Well, as we pointed out during the course of the Tournament of Americas in Portland, the Olympic basketball competition does put forth several variations under the guidelines of international rules, differences the U.S. team has adjusted to in smooth fashion.
Let's start out with the lane and three-point line. NCAA lane is only a rectangular shape, 12 feet wide, 19-foot 9-inch three-point line. NBA, a 23 feet 9-inch three-point line, a 16-foot rectangular lane. International court, a trapezoid, a 20-foot 6-inch three-point line. Then another thing that the USA is learning better is the international rule of basket interference. If it's on the rim, once it touches, you may take it off the rim. A few other things, 2 20-minute halves rather than a 48-minute game that the NBA plays. 30-second shot clock rather than 24 in the NBA. Zone defense, any defense is allowed here in international competition. And in the NBA, you foul out on your 6th personal. Here on the 5th, you're out of the game.
And we are just about set for the opening tip. Angola is here by virtue of winning the African Championship, its 2nd African title the past 3 years. They won the 16th African Nations Basketball Championship in Cairo, Egypt, to qualify for the Olympics last January. They beat Senegal in the finals of the tournament after Senegal had beaten the favorite Egyptians. The star player for Angola is Jean-Jacques Conceição. Goes 6'6", 216 pounds, wearing number 15. Nelson Sardinia will jump against Patrick Ewing for the opening tip.
Down. I've got a thirst, I gotta quench it. I've got a thirst, I gotta drench it. That deep down fire thirst.
Nothing quenches your thirst and puts back fluids and minerals better than Gatorade.
Introducing Glade Plug-in's Nightlight, a bright new way to plug into freshness.
Plug it in, plug it in.
The freshness of a plug-in, the convenience of a nightlight.
Plug it in, plug it in.
It gently warms its refill cartridge for 30 days of freshness.
Freshness day and night. Freshness with the light. Plug it in, plug it in.
Original, shell, and new Nightlight.
Plug it in,
From SC Johnson Wax.
When you don't have to send your package overnight, you can save yourself a bundle.
What a difference a day makes.
2-day priority mail service
24 little hours.
from your post office. Send up to 2 pounds in just 2 days for just $2.90. That's right.